Dgenz Crypto Daily, episode 18 is coming right up.
Dgenz Crypto Daily. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Dgenz Crypto Daily. That's right. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Let's go. Dgenz Crypto Daily. News in the code. Riding on the blockchain. Heavy with the load. Lambo dreams are dying. Rugs are in the air. Chart gave us a meaning to the trading everywhere. Real Bitcoin's on the moon. And Ether's on fire. Holders in the storm. Lifted higher and higher. With chart in the lead. Watch the candles glow. Crypto's in the fast lane. Never gonna hit them slow. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds in digital harmony. Oh, yeah. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Crypto, that's the key. Stay up on your game now. Trading is wild and free. DeFi farms are lush, staking's all the buzz. NFTs are flipping, got those pixels flipping. Wallet stacking yields, hash rates on the rise. Dgenz Crypto Daily, vision in your eyes. Bulls are on the charge, bears are laying low. Crypto roller coaster, markets have been flown. Fellow to the left, Bitcoin on the right. Crypto's never sleeping cause fortunes are overnight. Dgenz Crypto Daily, fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds in digital harmony. Oh, yeah. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Crypto, there's the key. Stay up on your game now. Charts got you wild and free. DeFi farms are lush, staking's all the buzz. NFTs are flipping, got those pixels flipping. Wallet stacking yield, hash rates on the rise. Dgenz Crypto Daily, vision in your eyes. Bulls are on the charge, bears are laying low. Crypto roller coaster, markets have been flown. Velo to the left, Bitcoin on the right. Crypto's never sleeping cause fortunes are overnight. Dgenz Crypto Daily, fortunes you can see. Fortunes you can see. All those diamonds, digital harmony. Oh, yeah. Dgenz Crypto Daily, crypto, there's the key. Stay up on your game now. Charts got you wild and free.
Yep, I got you wild and free. Welcome everyone to episode 18 of Dgenz Crypto Daily. I'm your host, Chart, as always. If you're new to the stream and you haven't had a chance to follow me, now's your chance to do that. Go to my page, hit the follow button. As well, if you are looking to join our Dgenz NFT community, you can follow the link on our page, on our X official page right there. As well, if you are tagging along with us with all the trading, we appreciate it if you hit that QR code that's on the screen and join an up-and-coming exchange called Bluefin. By doing so, you will get 10% of all your trades. I mean, I know eventually, if you do a lot of volume, it actually adds up to be a lot. So, and if you're interested in what does Bluefin have, has perpetuals, has all the latest coins that we have that are trading, including Bitcoin, ETH, Flux, Dogs, which is interestingly very, very popular these days. Syscoin, Render, on and on. So a lot of options, especially because they're perpetuals, right? Lots of options on perpetuals. You can short some of the meme coins, right? When we talk about meme coins going up so much, they usually are very, very good shorts. So yeah, give us a referral and enjoy 10% off on all trades. So let's look at what's new in the world of crypto. So first article that I see that's interesting is it says Bitcoin grossly undervalued at current prices. Traders say that they're interested in the CPI and the Trump-Harris debate this week, which makes sense because, there's a lot of things coming up right now. Actually, that reminds me, I'm going to show you guys the full schedule in a sec. There. So, looks like September 10th which is tomorrow, is the first debate. For those that were playing the Politify tokens, Trump and Kama, which is a Kamala Harris meme token, there is a possibility that both will be dropping really hard. I'm going to go over that in a sec, but I just want to go through the list of things that are happening coming up. September 11th is the CPI data, right? So that's the Consumer Price Index. It gives obviously the insights into inflation, and it could affect the monetary policy decisions like the FOMC meetings. The following day is the PPI, which I think is more important because it talks about the Producer Price Index, which kind of paints a picture of what is happening with producers. How much is it costing them to produce a product, right? Because that is more a leading indicator than the CPI. And then we have the FOMC meeting on the 18th and 19th, and then they're going to release their decision on the cuts. And I seriously believe they're going to cut at minimum 0.25 because the target inflation is actually getting closer and closer to that level that they wanted. And I think the countries around the world have already started cutting well beyond the 0.25. I know Canada is on the verge, most likely to do 0.5 because we've been hit with a lot of recession. And our unemployment is really high. It's approaching almost 7%. The housing bubble is clearly an issue. Immigration is also an issue. A whole bunch of things are an issue, but they have to spur economic growth. And the only way to do that is to lower interest rates, right? So I think the U.S. is not too far behind, especially we will see in terms of the GDP. September 28th, the GDP release data. And we'll see whether or not the GDP is going to come in strong or not. I don't think it will. I think we'll be all surprised, and they will force the Fed to lower rates again in October. And then the last thing on the menu is September 29th, and that is what I call the official bull run day, because CZ of Binance is scheduled to be released from prison, which I think is the most bullish event in crypto and coincides with the fact that we're at the end of September and into October. So anybody who's listened to the stream understands that there is the chance of the bull run starting before October, and it coincides with exactly the big event, which is the CZ release day. And of course, we talk about October being very, very bullish, right? Right. So this is what we talked about yesterday, right? We talked about how Q4 is always bullish in years prior to the bull run, right? So we're looking at 2016. Look at that. We got 2020 right here, right? And 2024 should be here. And I'm really looking forward to it. Really, really looking forward to it. Because if we look at it by month, October, November, and December are really good. October is obviously really bullish. November, on average, is 46%. Okay, now, obviously, it's skewed by this number here, right? So look at the median. Roughly, it's 8%. And then December, for the most part, on average, is about 5%. But really looking for the last quarter. Last quarter should be amazing. If you're watching the stream, one way to interact with me is to actually go to this page and say something like, UFO said, "What's up, charts? What's up?" Just like that. Okay, right in there. Ask me any question. Ask me to look into a chart or a setup or whatever. I'll keep an eye on them as well. So what is the economic cycle looking like right now? So one of the things that I wanted to see is, where is the unemployment rate for the US? And it looks like it's at 4.2%, which is actually not bad, right? You really want to get into the threes, ideally in the twos, right? But it means everyone's working. But it doesn't show that the quality of employment, because it just says how many people are eligible and how many people are actually employed. So that's the difference between the two. And 4.2% is good, but it could be a whole bunch of crappy jobs, like low income jobs, right? If that's the case, then who's propping up the market? Who's buying the goods and services? So it's really difficult to understand sometimes with the employment numbers where things are, but it does set up the precedent for the Federal Reserve to make cuts or make adjustments or raise rates. So let's see CPI numbers for August, right? So it looked like it was at 2.9%, which is amazing, right? We really want to get down to 2.2. That's usually the measure, 2.1, 2.2. So it's close, right? This is why they can cut rates. They don't want to do too much of it at once, right? So we do expect this cut to be bullish when they do announce that on September 18th or 19th. What does that do with the Bitcoin? Good question, right? So this is the current setup for Bitcoin, right? This is on the weekly scale. And we talked about this yesterday, right? This pinch right here is problematic because it serves as a really strong resistance. Now, we could easily, touch this and then pop back up, right? And we can do that before October. So there's a world where we go down, the dominance on Bitcoin actually goes up. Right now it's sitting at 57. So it would go down, and then dominance will go down, but alts are going up. And then we'll have this like springboard effect into October, November, most likely into the new year. I don't see a world where we're dropping well below this 48. I really don't. We're so close to October. I just don't see in a year before the bull run we're actually going to be dropping really hard. Now, if somehow some new world event happens and it causes panic, right? Or we have support here on the weekly 200 EMA, which right now is at 37.1, 37.2. It coincides also with this area here. So this is why we were marking 48, because it's literally the top area of that section. The bottom area of that section is this right here. So if we're bullish, we will stay above 48. And if we're bearish, we will definitely get down to this level. Now, if we get down to this level, right, it will take some time to get back up. We don't see quick action when we get lower. Like here, right? It takes time. That's why I think because of the timing, we will most likely stay above this area, and then we will move up. Right? That leads us into that wave 3, which I talked about before, and then into wave 4 into 5. So from here, there, and there. The top being about 115, 120, give or take. Can I look at Sol? Let's see here. Yeah, I can look at Sol. Let's do that right now. Okay, so looking at Sol right now. You know, it's trying to stay up. Again, same kind of pinching, right? Same kind of pinching like Bitcoin. It is trying to drop lower, right? You have a whole bunch of these wicks. You can see the wicks here. You know, they can represent a lot of things or not. So it's kind of difficult to assess. Normally what I like to do is, I have to adjust this line right here. I like to stay within the candle bodies to determine where things are, you know. But sometimes when things line up the way they should, you know, I touch some of these wicks. So the way this looks like, it's actually broken down below and confirmed below this wedge. So, you know, it most likely is going to come down, like probably here, 99. So this area here. And if we have drastic effect to 48, we could probably wait down to 83. I wouldn't be bullish on Sol yet. Again, I think the breakpoint event is a non-event to me. I know it's supposed to be bullish event for Solana. It means nothing to me as a trader, right? I mean, you can easily argue that it has been priced in right here, you know, and then we go down and then come down here, right? The other thing we can do most likely is draw this line, this trend line here to here, up there. Always look for candle bodies to, especially for Solana, because it's very reactive when it trades. So this is kind of like the trading channel that we can create. So we have multiple waves within it. You can almost say we have like first resistance, second support, second resistance. We're looking for second support, right? Hope we get it here. Then we break out. Remember, we were trying to time the market. So October is the timing. So maybe we get out just before October. Push really, really high. Because remember, Solana trades really, really fast. Right? Like a couple weeks, it does over 100%. So just because we have this bearish action here doesn't mean it's the end of the world, right? It just means that it's going to be very agonizing to watch it just bleed out to this area, most likely. Right? And then from there, we can have the pop. Does that make sense? Okay. Looking at the tether dominance always, because it's super important. It's almost producing like a weekly doji here, even though it's early in the week. It's kind of nice to see, actually. If you guys watch it, see that? That's a indifference candle. We really want that because it is a reversal candle. As we talked about this before, you know, we have this inverted head and shoulders, okay, where this neckline is proving to be a good resistance, right? So let's see what happens. October's approaching. We have about 2.5 weeks before a October gets closer and closer, and then most likely there's going to be some front running of the action, and we will probably see a decrease to here. And if this is a true bull run, we'll definitely drop below that, kind of maybe confirm that, and then down. Okay, because again, this is a rising wedge. When we kind of zoom out, right? I know I didn't draw this perfectly, but you know, maybe it's here. So this wedge is, you know, rising wedges in a downtrend are usually bearish, right? So, you know, this will be the first area of consolidation. This is going to be the second area of consolidation, and the third area is going to be about here, right? And then we can say this wave formation is done. Okay. And of course, if we're using the rules of Elliott waves, even for bearish waves are the same, right? Wave 1 to 2, 3 to 4, and then 5. And the rule is wave 4, bearish wave 4 cannot be, I guess in this case, higher than the bottom of wave 1, right? Which actually happened. So this is still good, right? Which means we're still bullish. If this price action goes up to here, and now we're bearish because it invalidates this entire thing. Okay. So I'm still bullish for the market. Obviously, there's so many factors going to my decision making. You know, the rate cuts, the presidential election, CZ's being released, right? Year 3, at the end of year 3 of the cycle, right? You know, going into year 4. So many bullish things are happening, okay? And so it's really difficult to be bearish at this point, even though technically we are still bearish in this month. I'm not selling any of my position, my long-term positions, right? They're still looking great, healthy. For example, you know, going to our favorite token at this moment, right? Because it's pretty much holding up a lot of portfolios right now is Velo, right? We talk about Velo often enough because it is absolutely a monster right now, right? Absolutely a monster. Every other project that we're tracking is finding a way to drop lower, and Velo just keeps going and going and going. Now, on the weekly, even though it's early, producing a little bit of a doji reversal candle, which is still okay as long as we have momentum. The other thing we looked at and we saw it was very, very bullish is this MACD right here. And let me show it to you. When we have bullish crossovers like this, it's only good. And so we expect this bullish crossover to keep going, right? We see the momentum bars, still positive, right? We want to see something like this, but higher up there, which means most likely we're going to get, I don't even want to say it because it looks too bullish, but you know, what if everything's dumping in September, but Velo just keeps going up like this, and then come October, you know, you just drop a little bit and then bam, we go up to like, you know, 10, 12 cents immediately, because this is really, really bullish right now. Even on the monthly scale, if we take a look at the monthly scale, like, it just looks amazing. So for example, like this right here hasn't even entered the bullish territory, right? The bullish territory is up here. So normally what happens with these setups is that this keeps going and then pops and then goes back down. And then it'll take a while to get going again, right? It oscillates. But once this crosses over, we're talking most likely in January, we expect this price action to be way up there, like way up there. So, you know, you take a look at where we are now compared to where we're going to be, like 38 cents is easy, possibility of 60 cents there, right? And then we talked about the dollar being one aspect. Yeah, about here. So really, really bullish chart overall. And the other thing we were watching is how do they compare to other things like Bitcoin? So all we have to do is punch in BTC, like just like that. Okay. and then we can view the strength of a token versus Bitcoin or ETH or whatever that we want to look at. And so when we look at this chart, for example, like if you're not bullish, I don't know what to tell you, right? Again, we're looking at wave 1 to wave 2, trying for a breakout for wave 3. Wave 3 should be, depending on the setup, it could be 2x, 3x, 5x of wave 1, right? And so, I mean, this chart is amazing. This is why everyone's so damn bullish when we're looking at Bello. And if you're watching this, let me know why you're bullish on Bello. I'd like to hear that. We talked about Bullish yesterday, right? Let me clean this up a little bit, but we really believe that this is going to happen. This oscillating thing for Opulus is going to eventually break out, and it's going to most likely take us again up here, then down, then straight into $1, and so on and so forth, right? Because we talked about it on a few streams ago. We really wanted to see bulls show up at these levels, right? And it's starting to, I think. In fact, I think yesterday there was a small pump, right? If we take a look at it, right? Long way to go, but we're looking way better than before, right? Look at that triple bottom, right? 1, 2, 3. So this is looking really, really good, guys. And of course, we have the EMAs, right? So that's 200 and 365 EMA, and then 3-year up there. And of course, once we get momentum, it's going to be easily cleared. So we'll go up here, settle, up there, right? And then we got to pump and then settle. Because we have to assure traders that these levels are not resistances anymore, right? They're actually going to be supports. So we have to pump, come back down, pump, come back down, right? And then we got to tread to show that everyone's buying these levels, and then we can go up again. So it's possible, and it's coming. I really do believe that. So you can see like the Politify tokens that we were discussing earlier, they were being played based on the election cycle. So there's Donald Trump's token. It's called Donald Trump's token called Trump. It's listed in a lot of exchanges now, especially I think on Mexi, a couple other ones. I can look it up later. But we talk about things being priced in all the time, right? And one of the things about this election cycle is that this price action right here is good, but the issue is timing. Tomorrow is the debate, and so there's going to be some selling off, right? Same with Kama. Kama is going to go through the same motions. I'll show you in a second. There's going to be some selling off. Most likely supports about here. So if you're trading any of these two, look for maybe 14 cents to add again. It's going to be a sell-off based on this debate, and then we're still going to get into the bullish activity into November 4th or 5th, I believe. Right, so there's October still to be had. Most likely in Trump, we get to this level here, which is about 50, 60 cents before the election. And at that point, we're selling everything. We don't really care. So if you're trading any of these memes, absolutely sell at the nearest local strong resistance, which is this section right here. All right. For Kama, I'm gonna prop you up here. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Even though technically speaking, it is still a good looking chart. Like the MACD looks pretty good, right? You can see it wants to go up this way, but just the timing is awful. So most likely it's going to dump here. You see the momentum as well is going down. You can see it going down this way. And so the next available support for comma is going to be, should I go over here, is right here again. So that local low, so 0053. I will be buying it there, and then hopefully we get a move to this section here again, right? So we're looking at about 2 cents. It's not bad if you buy it at that level. That's about almost 4x. Okay, and again, you're not holding through the election. You're selling before the election because it's all about being priced in. Okay. Look at that. We're almost at the end of the stream. That was pretty quick. Again, if you haven't had a chance to give me a follow, now is your opportunity to do that. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. It's a good start of the week. Let's see if it continues. See you guys tomorrow.
Dgenz crypto daily, news in the code, riding on a blockchain, heavy with the load. Lambo dreams are dying, rugs are in the air. Chart gave us a meaning to the trading everywhere. Real Bitcoin's on the moon, and Ether's on fire. Holders in the storm, lifted higher and higher. With chart in the lead, watch the candles glow. Crypto's in the fast lane, never gonna hit them slow. Dgenz crypto daily, fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds in digital harmony. Oh, yeah. Dgenz crypto daily, crypto, that's the key. Stay up on your game now. Trading is wild and free. DeFi farms are lush, staking's all the buzz. NFTs are flipping, got those pixels flipping. Wallet stacking yield, hash rates on the rise. Dgenz crypto daily, vision in your eyes. Bulls are on the charge, bears are laying low. Crypto roller coaster, markets have been flown. Fellow to the left, Bitcoin on the right. Crypto's never sleeping cause fortunes are overnight. Dgenz crypto daily, fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds in digital harmony. Oh, yeah. Dgenz crypto daily, crypto, there's the key. Stay up on your game now. Charts got you wild and free. Farms are lush, staking's all the buzz. NFTs are flipping, got those pixels flipping. Wallet stacking yield, hash rates on the rise. Dgenz crypto daily, vision in your eyes. Bulls are on the charge, bears are laying low. Crypto roller coaster, markets have been flown. Velo to the left, Bitcoin on the right. Crypto's never sleeping cause fortunes are overnight. Dgenz crypto daily, fortunes you can see. Fortunes you can see. In all those diamonds, digital harmony. Oh, yeah. Dgenz crypto daily, crypto, there's the key. Stay up on your game now. Charts got you wild and free.